So I feel like it's trending again, dark circles.
Right.
I even give myself more dark circles with shadow. Like, I love it. It looks mysterious, but how do you feel about it?
For me personally, with someone with tiny little almond-shaped eyes, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a no for me.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Myiesha and I'm here with Lucy today, and we're gonna show you how to conceal your under eyes in 3 easy steps. So step 1 is always skincare. You'll always hear that from me. So investing in a good eye cream is always really great when you're trying to find an under eye concealer. So before we even go there, we're gonna put on this Glow Recipe Brightening Eye Cream. This also has vitamin C in it, so it's gonna be really great. Just overall, it's a great eye cream. So on the back of my clean hand, I'm gonna get a little bit. And you can apply this with your fingers at home and really massage and push outward. So you can push any like puffiness that you may see.
That's good to know,
Yeah.
the movement of it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna apply it like a makeup artist would and just kind of push out, because we kind of get that little bit of fluid that happens under the eye. When you're at home, definitely apply your eye cream with your fingers, your ring finger. I'm applying it with a brush just because I'll be using this later, and I like to sort of gently blend outward. You have a little bit of tiny bit of puffiness here, so we're gonna take the puffiness and sort of push it outward. That's what I usually do whenever I apply my eye cream, especially when I wake up. I get that puffiness and push it outward, since it's just a little bit of, you know, fluid right there.
Just wipe it right off the side of your face.
Almost like facial massage.
Yeah, like
Up
the
and
gua
out.
sha.
Up and out.
This is so soothing. This is like a spa moment for me.
Okay, good. Okay, so our under eyes are prepped. We can put a little bit of that leftover in the inner corner if you feel like you have some dryness there.
I do feel like my dark circles extend up. They're like full moon dark
Yeah.
circles.
It's just the shape of our faces. We naturally have a little bit of darkness here, so we're gonna take care of that with a little bit of concealer.
Cool.
So step 2 is, of course, covering your under eye circles using some concealer. Now, when I was younger, what I would do is grab the lightest concealer that I could possibly find and pack it on under my eye quite heavily in this like half moon shape, and then wonder why it wasn't concealed and it was just like ashy. So I will help you out and show you how to use 2 shades, just a little bit of each, to get the perfect bright under eye. So the first one we will be using, this is a Tarte concealer, pretty high coverage, so you don't need very much. It's a little bit warmer of a shade. So we're gonna use 2 different shades, one that's a little bit peachier to color correct, and one that's a little bit brighter to brighten.
And you do the darker one first? This is why I need you in my life.
And you'll have a video to rewatch.
Yeah.
That's the best part. So I'll be using a fluffy brush. This is a Sephora Collection brush number 71. Taking a little bit, and I'm kind of blending it into the brush before I put it on her face, and that is going to ensure that it goes on kind of airbrushed. And we're going to put it where we see like any darkness, which would be right here. And we're just tapping, and then right around the tear duct area. And you'll kind of see that it's almost like it's lifting and it's getting brighter, even though this is more of a peachier shade. Lucy has more of a warm undertone, more of a yellow undertone, so this peachy shade is gonna work really well to cancel out the blueness in the dark circle. There's a little teensy bit of darkness right here. Kind of common with people with almond-shaped eyes, I find. And just tapping it right there kind of lifts the eye too.
Awake, asleep.
Okay, so same. Corrector only goes on the darkness. You don't want to put it on skin that's sort of homogeneous with the rest of the face, because you'll over color correct it. You can kind of get a little bit too much peachiness or orange. So I'm just kind of tapping it in.
Even just the application of it feels like you're
Butterfly
giving me
kisses.
more circulation. It's like I'm gonna look more awake
Yeah.
anyway, because we're getting some blood flow.
I find too, like being gentle is just helpful, because if you're too rough, you start to get redness and you think you're concealing redness.
Right. That's what I've heard about using the ring finger, right? Because it's the weakest finger.
So you can kind of see where I'm holding my brush. If I was holding my brush here, we get a lot of coverage.
Oh, yeah,
So that's also something too.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of mimicking a ring finger because I'm holding my brush back here.
Brush position. Don't forget it.
Okay, I think we're good. And I think the secret too with dark circles is you don't have to conceal 100% of them to make it 100% better. You can conceal like 75% of the way. Sometimes overdoing it can look overdone. Last step number 3, we're gonna set. You have to set. Your eye moves a lot. Your eyes move as much as your mouth. So you wanna set with a nice, smooth, translucent powder. This is the classic Laura Mercier translucent powder. And when I set, I like to have 2 brushes in my hands. Because the eyes move a lot as you're setting, sometimes it can settle into the creases if you're not quick enough. So before I set, I like to tap, 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 tap to smooth out the concealer once more, because it'll settle into the little texture under the eye within a few seconds before you set it.
I find that I always have that after, because I never.
It happens.
Never set it in my life. So I'm always like about to leave the house and there's already line concealer.
It happens. It happens. So I like to use a crease brush to set because it's fluffy. This is for eyeshadow. I'm gonna dip into here and just kind of swirl it into the top so I can work the product in. So when I touch your face, I don't just leave a big powder dot. It's super easy, even though it seems weird. Look up when you set your under eye.
Okay.
Because it stretches out the eye, you can get it into the little creases.
Oh yeah.
So that, you know, later throughout the day, you get the little concealer lines.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, this will stretch it out.
So simple. Would have never thought to do that.
It's super easy to do when you're doing it on yourself, I promise. Feels a little weird the first time, but makes a big difference. And just, again, tap, 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 tap. If you need a little bit more, you can go in. So just tap, tap, tap to smooth it out again, and then immediately set. And if you are someone who wants more of a dewy finish, like hit it with some setting spray, but usually if you use just a tiny bit of powder, it still look pretty hydrated. And that's it, concealed under eyes. Okay, you've waited patiently, so let me show you. I think you look great.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That is such a difference.
Yeah.
Especially with the setting powder.
Yeah, and it looks like skin.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like we overly concealed. You still look like you.
It looks like we slept last night.
We slept.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did,
Oh,
but
thank you.
yeah.
I might have just a little.
So there you go. Concealing under eye circles in 3 easy steps. Thank you so much, Lucy. If you want to check out any of these products, go ahead and shop the shelf below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.